Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. For those of us who are in Nigeria, good afternoon. And for those of us who are abroad, good morning or good evening, depending on where you are. It's my pleasure to welcome us all to the very first edition of our program, Leadership Table, a special program that has been put together by the executives of Young African Leaders Initiative, Regional Leadership Center, Alumni Chapter of Nigeria, North Central Region. I say a big thank you to you for joining us at this very first edition. You are all welcome. And it's my pleasure to welcome our special guest for today in the person of Mr. Sipasi Ayodele. You are highly welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for making our time of your busy schedule to be a part of today's event. We feel so honored to have you. Let me mention the name of some of my team members who are already on the call, who have been working tirelessly to put this together in the person of Benjamin Aren, Stanley Agohai, and of course, Sandra Adeyeye, and not forgetting Matthias Abali. These guys have been working together with my humble self to put this together. And then we have also had Omolara Tawakalitu is also a member of the team, and Oluwashem Ojo. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all the effort you have been putting to make this this dream a reality. My name is Mayokwa Duty, and I'm the regional coordinator for the North Central Region Yali RSC Alumni Nigeria chapter. And we are having the very first edition of Leadership Table, a program where we are going to be having chats with young leaders around the world, where they will be sharing their personal and professional stories in fireside chats such as this. And once again, it's my pleasure to welcome our very first guest on this program, which we shall be having weekly at this time. Once again, welcome Mr. Sipasi Olalekan Ayodele.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're highly welcome, sir. I believe you are joining us from the United States.
Yes, I am. And I firstly want to apologize for my background. I'm actually traveling right now. So
wow, you're in transit.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the 4th of July, it's almost here, and there is a big holiday. So I'm not in the state where I study right now. I'm currently in Oklahoma just to visit with friends. But I am very happy to be here with you guys. I mean, yeah, it's such a great honor.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's really our great pleasure. And there is actually no issue with your background. It looks great, So we wish you a safe trip to your destination. So without further ado, we will be going into the chat proper, which we hope would last between 30 to 40 minutes. And after that, we would have a breakout room session where we will give opportunities to attendees to network and get to know one another better. But then I'm going to be asking some questions. And after I ask my questions, I'll also I'll throw the floor open for some of the participants to ask a few questions. So that's how we will go with the flow of the program today. Please, I want everyone to know that we are also live on YouTube. So if you don't like to be recorded, feel free, you're free to exit the program. So just take note that this program is being recorded. Okay, all right. So having said that, I'm going to proceed with the fireside chat. Okay, so Mr. Sipasi, it's good to have you.
I'm here. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
Great. Okay, so you were the first national leader of Yale RLC Alumni Nigeria.
Right.
Yes. So how did you achieve that feat in the midst of many?
Thank you so much. So firstly, I want to say thank you so much for having me. Kudos to the team who has put this together. This is one of the things we're not able to achieve during my own tenure, and I really give it to you guys. To everyone joining, welcome, and I'm very happy to be, as you said, the first person to be interviewed on this. So I was the third cohort of Yale RLC. We went to Ghana and did all those, So after that, there is a way your work will always show, no matter how people talk you down. Some people are not used to telling their stories. And when you are good at telling your stories the way you are, they feel oppressed and suppressed. But I think one first thing you need to understand is, it is your story. You have to own it. So when I got to Ghana, the only thing I was doing was telling my story the way I can tell it, owning my story the way it is. So I could remember one of the incidents that happened. So we were in Ghana, and people were introducing themselves, and they said, okay, what did you study, Sipasi? And I told them that, oh, I am from Nigeria, I studied agriculture. And one Ghanaian lady stood up and said, hey, hello, Sipasi, it is not agriculture, it is agriculture. I said, well, in my own country, it is agriculture. So you need to exercise confidence. Even though your confidence seems to other people as being proud, your boldness is seen to other people as being proud, but you need to own it. It is you, it is who you are. So I think I was very original with myself. So when I go back to Nigeria, I go back to Nigeria, and there was an application. RLC discovered that they needed to involve RLC, in the affairs of RLC, So they did it the right way by putting out application. And I filled my application the way it was. And I was shocked to be selected, to be honest with you. I was really shocked to be selected. And during that time, we're able to do a lot of things. We're able to achieve a lot of things. So one of the things we achieved was that Yale RLC were the first set of people that brought together the US consulate, the US embassy, USDA, African 1.0. Mandela Washington Fellows with the RLC, then with the RLC Online, were the first set of people to bring them together under one roof. So that was a remarkable achievement for me. It was after then the US consulate, they were more involved with they were more involved with Mandela Washington Fellowship. It was after then, they started having this collective reception for RLC and MWF. So that was, yeah.
Great. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Own your story, be yourself. And that's at least two things I can pick from what you just shared with us. Always be original. Thank you very much. So you just shared with us some of the things you were able to do as the pioneer leader of this prestigious organization. How does it feel to be the pioneer leader? And how were you actually able to achieve the things you did? Did you find them easy?
Well, thank you so much, Mayoko. Being the pioneer leader actually came with a lot of challenges, because we had to set unprecedented steps for those that are coming behind us. And at the same time, I wanted to create a system that works, because I know that I will not be there in a year. However, I happen to be the Methuselah of RLC. Like I was the longest lived Well, I'm still living anyways. Longest king
Longest
or
serving.
longest serving president,
Yes.
of RLC, because, the transition was a bit tedious because, I mean, people felt that, oh, other people are not capable to, step into the position and everything. That was a fat lie, a big fat lie. A leader that cannot produce leaders has failed in the journey of leadership. A leader that cannot produce leaders has failed in the journey of leadership. So the transition was a bit difficult. And the only way, one of the ways we're able to achieve it is cooperation. Cooperation is very important. You have no idea of how divided we are as a country until you get yourself involved with organizations like this and see how youth are even organizing within themselves. So I must say that the RLC has created us, has built in us an amazing platform for us to exhibit our leadership. So, coming down, trying to break, because I discovered that, oh, Sipasi, someone said they can't hear anything. Is it just me? Can you all hear me? I think Emmanuel Ohanwe.
Yes, I can actually hear you very clearly.
So Emmanuel, you might want to check your mute button. You might want to turn on your, yeah, thank you, Stanley. Your mute button, you might want to check it. You might want to turn on your volume. So we see that. Anyways, as I was saying, the leadership, we're able to see that, oh, Sipasi, you are the RLC president for Nigeria. And my wonderful partner, Dahana Edemasilo, happens to be the vice president. She was based in Abuja, I was based in Lagos, so we are trying to coordinate things. So we discovered that, thank you, Olumide, we discovered that two of us cannot manage Yali RLC database. I must tell you this, Yali MWF does not have the strength we have as Yali RLC because we have the number. RLC is able to train hundreds of people in one single year. So we have that strength. We have that strength. It is very strong. So now the question is, how can we leverage on that strength? I was Yali RLC fellow. I was a Carrington fellow. I got into Yali MWF and everything. Guys, without discrediting any fellowship, I must say that I wish I can take Yali RLC again because it was a true definition. I'm not saying this because I am speaking with Yali RLC, co-RLC participants. Anytime I have the opportunity to speak with other fellowships, I still reverence Yali RLC. It gave us a very good instrument to understand Africa in our context, to understand leadership in the context of Africa, because leadership is indigenous. What leadership means for an Ishekiri man is different from what leadership means for an Irobo man. What leadership means for a full Nigerian like me is different from what leadership means for an American. It is also different from what leadership means from African American or Nigerian American. So we need to understand all those. So we decided that since our country is dynamic and diverse in Nigeria, the best thing for us to do is not to just sit as the leaders in Lagos and Abuja, but how can we bring up more leaders? So we decided to fragment Yali RLC leadership. So we have the northern region, the southeastern region and stuff like that. So we started creating that. And that brought us success because a lot of people want to be involved, but we don't have the capacity. But breaking it down more was able to make us have that strong capacity to get things done. So we're able to achieve more by bringing people into leadership. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this. This has been a very interesting lesson in history for many of us who are just, joining the RLC alumni. It's so important that we know where we are coming from. And we say a big thank you for putting us through these lessons. You are undoubtedly a great man.
Thank
one
you.
can tell from your many outstanding achievements. And
Thank you.
yes, and of course, you have been someone that have been well groomed through several fellowships,
Thank you.
education, and I want to really say I'm proud of you on behalf of Yale RSC Alumni Nigeria. And it also sounds nice to our hearing, the way you rate the RLC training. Like it's like music, knowing fully well that what we went through makes a lot of sense. And for every one of us, the sky is just the beginning. So I would like to ask you, how did you start all this? What really is your motivation?
So we need to understand where we are coming from, and we need to understand our backgrounds. I was brought up by a single woman, a single mother, and life was difficult. It was not rosy. So I understand when people tell me that, they don't have money to buy food. I understand, not from the pages of book, but because I've experienced it. I understand when leader says that they start an organization, but they are frustrated. I understand when you get a grant today, and the next time you get another grant, if you are able to get another one, is in about 2 years. I have the understanding of those. So coming from a very low and rural background, but I determined that I'm going to make a difference. My father, to share a bit of my personal story, my father left for the United States of America. And of course, leaving the family that is so poor, and he had the opportunity to get to the United States. He left and forgot every one of us. And I have people in the same situation whereby their father made a difference, a conscious effort, to, even after leaving the country, they make a conscious effort to give their children opportunities. But life, that is life. Life is just different for every one of us, different stroke for different persons. So my father decided that, okay, he has seen life, then he's enjoying life. While others say that, oh, I have seen life, I need to bring up my children. But the question came for me that, what do you want to do differently? I never saw traveling abroad as an opportunity. I wanted to stay in Nigeria and make a difference. So when people talk to me about traveling abroad, I just tell them I don't understand what you guys are talking. I am a Nigerian. I want to stay in Nigeria, make it in Nigeria, and make a difference. So with that mentality, I was working so hard to improve my society. So there was a time I was invited to speak in Tanzania. On our way to Tanzania, the airline I used said, on behalf of each passenger on board, we are planting a tree each. I was like, how dare you use the money I borrowed to buy this flight ticket to plant a tree in your home country? So on our way back, they said, thank you for using Ethiopian Airline without a promise of planting a tree. I was like, oh, so you guys are using my own personal money to plant trees in your country and not in Nigeria. So as an active citizen, so one thing I would like you to know this morning is that locate opportunities in transit. Locate opportunities in transit. So on that trip, I located an opportunity that changed everything about me. So on our way back to Nigeria, they said, oh, thank you for using our airline without a promise of planting a tree. So I was like, okay, what can I do to plant trees in my own country to solve the ozone layer problem? So I said, okay, I brought people together. We started going to University of Ibadan, where they have a lot of trees, and the trees will shed their seeds yearly. So we pick the seed, we go to rural communities, we train them on how to plant, to stop erosion, to combat climate change and stuff. But let me tell you, the second thing I would like you to know this one is that be very open to change. Don't be rigid. Never be rigid. Be open to change. So we got to those communities, because it was free. People were so excited and everything. They were collecting the free stuff and everything. So they collected it, and we went back to do our evaluation. We discovered that they were not planting the trees. So we sat down and reasoned that, why are these people collecting our seeds and not planting trees, and not planting the trees? So we discovered that we were not solving the problem. We did not involve the community. So I know everyone here is an active leader, is a civic leader in Nigeria or beyond. But the truth is, you have to involve the community you are trying to impact. Enough is enough of organizations coming from developed countries to force solution on us. It is interesting that some organizations will come to our countries to create a problem and bring the solution because they have resources, excess resources in their countries. They want to expand on travels, on details and everything. So they bring it to cause a problem and force the solution on us. While some people will say that, no, GMO seed is the way to go. They will bring GMO seed, force it on us, and this GMO seed will keep our farmers in poverty for life because the seed cannot be saved, cannot be preserved. That means the farmers will be dependent on the seed companies throughout their life. So these are technical things we need to understand. So we need to involve the community. So we did not involve the community when we started. We went back to the community that, why are you not planting trees? And they said, you know what? We now discover that their problem is not trees. They don't even know what is climate change. That these people are hungry. We are asking hungry people to go and be planting trees. How can that work? You know, so we now said that, okay, instead of planting trees, let us change our dynamics. Can we tweak something? So we decided to tweak it a little bit. So we started doing food production. Instead of tree planting, let's focus on food production. So now it's not the issue of planting trees that is not going to give you fruit or something in 20 years, but now plant food that will protect the ozone layer, that will protect the earth, and also give you something to eat. So we now change our name from Protect Ozone to Protect Ozone Sustainable Livelihood Initiative. That is, you know, your livelihood is important to us. So we started Protect Ozone Sustainable Livelihood Initiative. So that was how the passion started. And to be honest with you, when I started this, I never knew there was a special benefit to helping your community. I never knew that there was any application, any yali somewhere. No, I was just doing it for the sole purpose to give to my community. And the next thing I saw was an award from South Korea, Hidden Eco Hero Award. I mean, those are working to protect our environment, but they are hidden. People don't know them. I was like, wow. So it's good to do good to your community for your community. So of course that came as an encouragement. I was like, oh, I will continue to do this. Before I knew it, Leap Africa gave me an award. You know, Yali RLC called me. I got awards from Yali RLC. I got onto other fellowships and everything like that. So those were things that were, you know, motivating me. And when I have the opportunity to speak, you know, I like to tell people that you have a lot you are doing, but you are not telling your story. People want to bully you. See, people that are depressed already, people that don't even know, that don't understand themselves, that they are just in a system, a box system. They want to suppress you, that you are too proud, you are this, you are that. But that your story is what is going to work for you. So tell your story the way you can tell it. And let me tell you guys, record is very important. If you need a Protect Ozone record today, as we are speaking, I will pull it up for you and see some of our records, our financial records, our project reports. I will pull it out for you. If you need a picture of Protect Ozone when we started, I will put thousands and thousands of pictures for you. So those records are very important because those are your track records. So if you want to do anything, your track record is important and people want to see. So don't let people bully you into anything. Tell your story the way you want to tell it. Keep your track record standard. So when you see me when I started Protect Ozone and when you see me now, you will know what has happened in between. You know, what has happened in between is the most important thing, and you have to keep those records. I think I've spoken too much.
Wow. Thank you so much for this. We are indeed learning a lot. And there are certain things I can pick from your story, and which is that you are someone that is involved in several things. You are involved in community service. You are involved in leadership activities, you are involved in entrepreneurship. Also, of course, you are still getting more education. How do you combine all these things? How do you manage them? And for young leaders who would like to also be and serial in their activities, what challenges are they supposed to be expecting, and how do you advise that they overcome?
Mayoko, that is a very good question. That is a very great question. Thank you for asking. I would like to tell you that I don't think I'm doing multiple things. I'm doing just one thing. And what I'm doing is to fight extreme hunger and poverty using local content initiative. That is, local content initiative, things that are very local to us in Nigeria, using it to solve the problem of hunger and poverty in agriculture. Everything I have ever done in my life, I don't have cement I'm selling, I don't have a filling station where I have gas or something, has everything to do with agriculture, not multiple things. One of the mistakes, so this is what happened to me. I started Protector Zone by planting trees, which is also still related to agriculture. Along the line, I discovered that people are hungry, they want food. So let us do climate sensitive agriculture. Let's do climate sensitive agriculture. So we're bringing out innovations and improving what we are doing on agriculture, but everything stands on agriculture. All my education, my fellowships, and everything, you discover that it is only agriculture. That is the only part I know, and I am following. So now I tried to do business in agriculture, because the truth is, if you are working for the community, the truth is your passion will definitely go hungry. You have to create a sustainable solution, not just for your community, but for yourself. So if you are working for your community and you are not paying yourself, or you don't have the intention of paying yourself, if you are working 10 hours a day on your organization and you are not putting a price tag to it, that is, if they ask you that, what have you invested in your organization? Your time. Is your time 1,000 naira per hour? Is it 500 naira per hour? Is it 200 naira per hour? You have to put all those things together. Those are your effort, your investment in whatever you do. So you need to know that. So for me, the only thing I will advise you, that you need to start from somewhere, have a focus. One of the things we do wrong is that we want to do everything. No. One thing, but do everything to improve it. If you need several fellowships to achieve it, go for it. But let it rally around that particular thing you are trying to do, you are trying to achieve. That is very important. Let it be around what you are trying to achieve. But a time would come whereby you might say that, now I have grown, I want to transition. You move into other things, but keep what you are doing alive. I feel that is very important. So if you want to multitask or serialize or do everything, my own personal advice is this. Your resources are too limited for one thing and you want to be sharing it abroad. Focus on one thing, build it, build resilience. The truth is, I have no idea that I'll be here today. I mean, I've not gotten anywhere. The journey is too far. It's only people that are short-sighted will come to a developed country and say they don't want to go back home. That is short-sightedness. I am more, now I am getting stressed here a little bit. I want to see my country. I want to see Nigeria. I can't imagine to be home again. You know what I mean? So that is the passion. That is the spirit alive. So the truth is, people will ask you that, what is in Nigeria that you want to go and take? See, you've gotten this much education. You've worked a lot for yourself in your country. So I will now leave everything I've done and sit in a developed country all my life. Now I have the opportunity. The goal is to be the Minister for Agriculture and Natural Resources in Nigeria someday. We are going to get there. It's not going to be achieved just sitting here. It's going to be achieved by exchanging knowledge and connection. So I'm deliberately making connection here so that when that time comes, so that we are now the minister or something to do with the government in Nigeria to change the status quo. to change what is already existing. So we can sit, we have a very strong network, home and abroad, to implement sustainable solutions in our home. So that is the goal. That is the goal for us. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: whatever you are doing, focus your energy. I mean, at the end of the day, I might not end up to be a minister in Nigeria. I might end up with FAO, federal, what was it called? An agricultural organization, federal. Oh, sorry, I don't even know what FAO means at this time. Anyways, to end up with FAO, UNESCO, or somewhere whereby I'll be able to influence. Oh yeah, United Nations. So now I'll be able to influence maybe my continent, or probably I'll be sent to a continent like Asia, whereby I will have something to do. You know, like all these little things we are doing, we have no idea where it's taking us to. We just have no idea. So I would just want to encourage you that you need to focus your energy. Let's continue to work hard towards what we are doing. Definitely, we are going to get there.
Thank you very much, sir. That's a lesson in the power of focus. No matter what you want to dabble into, always ensure that you channel your energy towards one direction. Thank you.
So we need to focus. You know, that is the new thing. Let's focus. Let's focus.
Yes. Let's stay focused. Okay, so let me cast your mind back a little bit to the year 2017, when you attended the Carrington Fellowship, and you actually emerged as the best fellow. You had the best project, and you also received the CYFI Outstanding Award, all in a single day. Sir, can you tell us what is that special character that you exhibit that made you worthy of all these achievements in the midst of several other participants?
Oh, thank you so much, Mayokun. You know, when you talk about these things, I mean, I feel more tired of being here. You know, you guys don't understand what we are going through, the stress, you know. When you bring back these beautiful memories of what we have done in Nigeria and what it has brought our ways, you know, I feel I just want to be home at this particular point to do more. Because sometimes in places like this, you feel that, oh, you can't even express what you have in you, you know, but where you can express it is, anyways. So during sci-fi, 25 of us were selected during my time, and the 25 were divided into about 3 or 4 projects and stuff like that. You know, out of the 25, I think I was the only one from Ikorodu. Then when we talk about Ikorodu, Lagos, it's different from Ikorodu, Ogun State. And my own Ikorodu is Ikorodu boundary, Lagos and Ogun State. So I didn't have this confidence that people were exhibiting at that particular level. But the only thing we're able to do, my team, economic empowerment team, was able to achieve was that they agreed for us to do an agricultural project, which I was like, oh, that is nice. I'm into agriculture. Guys, the truth is, whatever you are doing, do it well. To be honest with you, the first day we went for Carrington Fellowship meeting, the graduation of our predecessors, I sat at the back. I saw Anmoluwapo. Oh, I've forgotten her name now. She was the best participant that year, a year before us. I sat at the back and I said, I can never get to this stage. That was what I told myself. Like, the way she was even speaking, all those Oyibo, I was like, oh my God, it's not even possible. Even if they give me, how will I speak? I just sat at the back. But the truth is, the only instrument I had was hard work. Forget about how you speak. Forget about every other thing. I was not looking forward to being the best participant or something. The only thing I was able to do was, okay, since we are doing an agricultural project to lift people out of poverty, I am going to put my best in it. And that was what happened. So during our project, because I have this knowledge of what's it called, working in my community before, Protect Ozone and everything, I was able to incorporate. I gave it all. I didn't hide anything. So some of you will say, oh, oh, you want to go and patent your idea, you want to guide your idea. Those are good. But the truth is, I was not afraid to share. So I shared it with all my heart. I never knew people were looking. We have mentors that are sci-fi, people that are before us in sci-fi. We also have mentors that are the US consulate visa officers. The visa officers at the US consulate, they serve as some of our mentors. I was not even the one writing them. But, we did the project very well, But on that day, we went for our graduation and they said the best theme for the year, that was one they first announced, the best theme for the year happens to be economic empowerment. Oh my God. So this was not just the award that came to me, but this was the award I was able to draw to my team. And I was very happy that that we got the award as a team. And the second award that was announced was the Nigerian-American Partnership Award. And that also came to me. I was like, wow, like the best participant. This boils down to mastering what you have been called to do. So what is that one thing that you are doing? You need to increase your professional. I was not professional at that point. I just put in my best at it. So one thing I think you need to be working on is putting your best at what you do. And please tell your story. Tell your story. So someone met me for the first time, what's it called? Here in the United States. I visited her. The first thing she said that, oh, why is that guy acting too confident? I am not, bro. You are laughing. I think we have about 35 people on this chat right now. Why are you this confident? You are too confident. Like, oh, you are too bold. Like, at this age of mine, at my age and marital status, I will not be shivering now. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
When you master what you know and you are confident about it, people might even look at you as if, oh, you are being bold, you are being proud. No. Some of you might have met me in Nigeria. Some of you might have connected with me one way or the other. You understand the kind of person I am. Respect people, be humble, do what you need to do, be kind to people. And one thing you should never do is because you are growing, don't talk another person down. That is one thing I've noticed in our enterprise, in our civic engagement stuff in Nigeria. Because you are growing, then you talk other people's down. Because you have an edge, you feel that those other people, they don't know how to do it any longer. I know that I came from Ikorodu. I am an Ikorodu guy. So, I don't deny it in any way. Anywhere I go to, I am from Ikorodu. So they know. So there's nothing to add butter to your color to make things. Some people will tell you packaging. That is one thing I don't know how to do. Or packaging, you wear suit. I wear suit, I'm just, as an analogy. No, I'm just my normal self. And that is why, I was able to be a choice speaker and trainer for NYC across the country. I've been to the north, I've been to the east, for NYC, because I say it the way it is. And I've been opportune to work with the with the Office of the Vice President in Abuja on National Livestock Transformation Plan. I worked in Aso Rock. So that does not change who I am, And we should learn to encourage people, to support people in whatever they do. This is the time you can start supporting people. This is the time people need your help. When you don't even have anything, this is the time. Because when you now get there, for example, the special advisor to the president on youth and employability, Afolabi Imokwede. When I was an Empower volunteer, he saw what I did. Afolabi came all the way from Abuja to my house in Ikorodu. Do you know what it means? For him to come with his entourage to my house in Ikorodu to see the work I do. He came to my house in Ikorodu.
Wow.
A week after, he sent his media head to come and visit with me. And that was after that, he connected me to the work I got at Aso Rock, which I went to do. So let me tell you, at that location where you are, you can make things happen. I can't remember an Oyibo coming to my own community. Before I brought people from Germany, 3 of them, they lived in my community. It's not that they came to visit, they were living with me for 2 weeks in rural community without a fear of security. And they helped to contribute to my environment. A couple of them, several times, they came into my community with the insurgency in Ikorodu. They came to live in Ikorodu. My house had no gate at that particular time. So in as much as we are contributing to building our community, be very humane to people. Be very humane to people. We don't know where we are going. We don't know where that link will come from. Today, as we are speaking, if I want Afolabi to jump on this call, it will only take me a text message. And how are you leveraging? Sorry, I know my lips are white. I don't know, it's so dry here, so please pardon me.
We understand.
So another thing you need to do is relationship. Guys, don't joke. Don't joke with relationship. I think one thing that has also helped me is relationship. Like I keep on my phone, I have more than maybe 5,000 contacts. Yes, I might not be in connection with them every one of them, but once in a while, I make sure I reach out to people. Anywhere I go to in Nigeria, if I don't want to be in a hotel, I have people to call. There was a time I was traveling from the United States to Nigeria. So we stopped over in Qatar. Our aircraft, we missed our aircraft by 5 minutes. So the next plane it was more than 24 hours. So they lost just in a hotel. So I was bored in Qatar. Imagine Qatar, Asia. I just went on Facebook and put any friend in Qatar. Guys, people I don't know, 3 of them came to my hotel to take me out, to take me to their house and everything. 3 of them. I didn't inform them I was coming and everything. They came. So that is relationship, keeping relationship with people. And those that came to meet me, I don't know them from Adam. It was a friend in Canada. She saw that I was in Qatar. She had friends in Qatar. And she said, oh, I have this friend of mine, a great guy, Please, can you meet him? And they came. Today, we are friends. In the United States, anywhere I go to in the United States, like I have people. And these are not people that I really know. Probably they are following my work. Probably they've seen an advert on TV, Sipasi and this and that. So when you create an environment, and let me tell you something. When people see this, some people will say that, oh, you know what? Oh, you are just being proud. Who is asking you all these questions? You are just being this, you are just being that. You know what? Oh, the best you can do is to be yourself. Do you know how to ignore? Ignore when you can ignore. People that want to suppress you or bring you down, ignore. But continue, focus is the best thing you can do, and continue to be humane to people. Treat people right. Even when people don't treat you right, you know what? Treat them right and move on. That is very important. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
I'm sorry. Am I talking too much? I think so.
No, you are not. No, you are not. I am sure that the attendees are actually enjoying the conversation, even though our time is fast spent. In fact, we have already overshot our time, and I'm going to have to cut down the remaining questions I have for you. I have about 4 more, but I think we will just take 2 so that we can call it a wrap for today.
And, I promise you, I won't take too long on that.
All right, thank you. So you mentioned mastery as one of the ingredients that was able to allow you get all these awards and recognitions and achievements, and of course we appreciate that. Now, we have several young leaders on this call who would also like to be like you, and as someone that has gone through different fellowships, Yale RLC, Mandela Washington Fellow, Carrington, and so on and so forth, we believe that you have the knowledge of the do's and don'ts of various applications. Sir, please, could you share with us some of those essential things that should go into your application and those things that must be avoided?
Thank you. So number 1, avoid inflating numbers. You say, oh, I have empowered 4,500 students, this and that. You know what? Nothing will beat the truth. A lot of people do that. Oh, yes, I have done this, I have done that. Oh, this and no. What you have done, say it well. Then when you have a Facebook page, copy the link, put it in your application. It is important. When you have the opportunity, put it there. So when you tell people that, oh yeah, I'm empowering girls, menstrual period, whatever, yes, boys, I'm doing Boy Scout. Yes, I am training farmers how to raise fish. You know, you say all these things so that, oh, your application will be bulky, so that they will like your application. But I mean, I also review applications because I've been there. I know. So you don't need to, when you say all those things, I know when you are telling the truth and when you are telling lies. That is why some of these applications comes to us. You know, like all the fellowship I've attended, some of them, when they are applying for it, you know, they call us because we already know. So if I see someone that is doing one thing, and I can see in his application that he's consistent the way he was writing his story or a story, consistent and everything, I would rather give that person the, let me give you an example. So I was reviewing an application and the lady said, so the application was to win, I think 250,000 naira. And the lady said, oh, we have gotten a grant. We have gotten up to like 25 million naira in grants. So automatically, that application was not for her. Automatically, I declined her application because you have 25 million in grants. You have applying for 250,000 naira. It does not make any sense to me. So, you know, understand that this is a growth process. See, I think I have done more than 20 fellowships. Mention that fellowship in Nigeria that I have not done. You know, mention it. More than 20. So if you see my pile of certificates, I mean, my background there are my certificates in my office, which is not up to half of what I have. More than 20. But the truth is, in those things, how many of them are even necessary? At this point, I don't want, see, the only fellowships I want to apply for now are those top fellowships. Let's do something with the UN. If there's a fellowship for that, I want to go. But at a stage, I was applying for anything I see online. Let me tell you the benefit of that. It trains you how to apply for things that you really desire. So when you say an application, don't say you are not qualified. You can just put it in just to train yourself how to write it. But when you are writing applications and you get denied, make sure you keep a copy of it. An application will come another time. You just tweak it and you will see yourself that, for example, Mandela Washington Fellowship, I applied for it 4 times. The first year, the second year, I went to look at my application the previous year. I was like, what? Did I write this? Even if I am the person to judge, I will not pick myself. You know, the third year, I went to the application I wrote the second year. I was like, so I wrote this. But the fourth year, I got it. You know, so that will help you build your capacity when you are doing stuff like that. So you start small, don't inflate numbers. You will get there. You don't need to inflate the numbers. That is what we do a lot, you know, but you can tell your story and tell it well. That is a different ball game. A friend of mine will tell me that, oh, Sipasi, with the way you talk, you know, you say things, you blow things, you know, because that is where, if I want to write, I will write it, you know, I will write it well. So just learn. And the trick is this. So when you are writing that way, you will be improving by the day. That is just it. You know, you improve by doing. You just keep on doing it, then you get there.
All right. Thank you very much for this. This is going to be the last question from me. And then I would also throw the floor open for the attendees of today's event. Okay, so Mr. Sipasi, as someone that has been consistently giving back to the public through speeches, trainings, and all sorts of volunteerings, is there anything we should expect from you in the nearest future?
So as I said, that Nigeria is just my passion. So I connected my PhD program here in the United States, to my work in Nigeria, and so my professor applied for a grant, Spencer grant. It's a very huge grant, and we'll be coming to Nigeria for a training on permaculture in next year, 2022, I think, So we'll be coming twice to Nigeria. We pray the grant pulls through. So we'll be coming twice to train on permaculture. How can we grow food to protect our planet Earth and also to improve our soil fertility and to produce food for us? So that is the research I'll be doing in Nigeria. And I also applied for a grant with the US consulate in Nigeria that will also take us to Nigeria twice next year, on the same project. So that is one thing, level is changing by the day, we've gotten to another level that, want to get it big, and stuff like that. Definitely, if I am able to do this with the kind of background I had, guys, you can do far better. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Time is not really our friend today because I feel like we are just beginning this conversation, but we have to try to keep our words to not really overshoot today's event. I can see 2 hands up already, so I'll throw the floor open. Okay, now 3, but we will not take beyond 2 people, and that will be Chuku Patrick, Nigeria. You go first, and that will be followed by this and that fashion. So Chuku Patrick, just ask your question straight to the point, 30 seconds. Unmute yourself and ask your question, 30 seconds.
Okay. Does the role of the founder and the co-founder stand a same chance for application into fellowships? Like being a founder of a foundation and co-founder, do they stand on the same chance for application for bigger fellowships? Thank you so much, sir.
Let's take the next question so that I answer out.
Okay, so this and that fashion. Let's have you, please.
Okay. Mine is, what is Yali doing towards this 2023 election? Can't we raise a president from our end?
Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Sipasi.
No, I didn't get that question, this and that.
Okay, he
said, what is Yali doing towards 2023 general election in Nigeria? Can't we have a president from our end? Especially you, can't you come out? Then we all mobilize for you. Yes.
Did you get the question, sir, or you want me to repeat it?
I got the question, thank you.
Okay, great.
We have one more person, Alpha Joshua.
Okay, I didn't want to take that, but because you just mentioned, then let's just have Alpha Joshua. Our time is really fast spent. Alpha, over to you. You are muted. Please unmute yourself, Alpha.
All right. My question is, I heard Mr. Safi saying he studied agriculture and is using it to improve his community. I'm studying information technology and I've always had passion for farming. How can I use information technology to improve on agriculture in Nigeria? Thank you.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I put all the questions in the chat room just for me to keep tab, just so ignore it. So the first question says that, what is the role of the founder and co-founder? That is a very good question. Thank you for asking that question. Very good. so many of us, we try to go and found our own organization because we see that the organization we are working with, that what is he even doing? I can do better. You now go and find your own organization. Life is not like that. Some people are called to be founders as leaders. Some people are called to be followers. In some certain organization, I'm a follower. So this is it. I am putting it out to you. You have, as a co-founder, you have the same opportunity as the founder. So when you are applying for an opportunity, you have equal rights to apply. Tell your story just the way the founder will tell it. But the truth is, you are the co-founder. It's not going to shortchange you in any way. But we think the founder should be the one to apply for everything. So everybody is now becoming a founder because of the fact that they want to apply for opportunities. They want to go to America, Mandela, Washington Festival. They want to go to Ghana. They want to do this. They want to do that. No. As the co-founder, you have every right and you can get it done. So that's the first one. The next question says that in 2023, there's going to be presidential election in Nigeria. And the person said, why is Sipasi not coming out to be the president? So that the Rijali RLC will mobilize to support me and vote for me to become the president of Nigeria. Guys, we are getting there. You know, the structure in Nigeria is changing gradually. Things are improving, even though it appears difficult. We get there one day that we are going to produce leaders in our country. Now I'm still learning. I don't know much. I can't lead Nigeria at this point. I know less than my age, they're leading their country and stuff like that, but I don't know enough to lead. And I don't even have the manpower. I don't have the strength. I don't have the popularity, So, but we are building momentum. We are getting there. It might be you that we are going to support to be there. So we are going to get there, yeah. So thank you. The last question is, you are studying infotech. How can you leverage on infotech for agriculture? That is the thing we need in agriculture. For example, there's something about precision agriculture that it's only infotech that can do it. We don't even have data for our crops in Nigeria. If it is only to create a data of price of commodities in Lagos, compare it with Ibadan, so that those that are traveling from Ibadan, they will not go and buy garri in Lagos, in Ibadan, because, they think it's cheap. Well, it might be cheaper in Lagos, but because of the mentality that, it's always cheaper when we are traveling. So why can't you create a platform that will tell you the price, the current price in Lagos and the current price in Ibadan, so that we are not losing money? So how can you use infotech to solve post-harvest loss in Nigeria? For example, let me tell you, post-harvest loss. So I will wrap up on this. Nigeria is the largest producer of tomato in Nigeria or Africa as a whole. I mean, Nigeria is the highest producer of tomato in Africa. Nigeria is also the highest importer of tomato paste. Do you understand that? Now, where is the missing link? More than half of the tomatoes we are producing goes to waste, post-harvest loss. So now, the cost of post-harvest loss in general in Africa is enough to power the entire length and breadth of Africa. That is to give us electricity. So do you know what we can do? Do you have an idea of what we can do if we have electricity constant for 6 months in Nigeria? Do you have an idea? So now, have you ever seen a country whereby you have been here for about 1.5 years and my electricity has never blinked for once? Even once in a while, I will go and off all the lights so that, to just have that mentality that they used to take light, so that, I will have that. I was in Germany a couple of years back, and I met a friend. The friend told me that, I said, Sipasi, is Sipasi? No, what is the, no, I asked him what the power situation was in Germany. The guy was 27 years old as at that time. The guy said, Sipasi, I don't understand what you are talking about. I've only seen power outage twice in my life, 5 minutes and 20 minutes. I was like, is it possible to have power outage in 27 years? Just twice, 5 minutes power outage and 20 minutes power outage. And I said, as we are speaking, I know the time in Nigeria that as we are speaking, we don't have light in our house. So just imagine the cost of power alone, how we can use technology, information technology, to bridge waste in agricultural produce and to produce power for ourselves. On this note, I would like to say thank you so much for having me. Mayokun Adeoti, thank you for the follow-up on WhatsApp. All the team members, I want to appreciate you. The 40 or more than 40 people we started with, I thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate you. And the 35 people that waited to the end of the meeting, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Anywhere you see me, just call me Sipasi. Let us just stand up. I really miss home. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time. And as a parting shot, can you kindly just drop us some of your links, handles where we can get in touch with you? I'm sure many of the participants would like to get in touch.
Yes. So if you want to chat me up on WhatsApp, I don't respond well to WhatsApp. 234-66979292. Oh, +234-82. So that's my WhatsApp line. For my email, I respond to this email better, sipasioa@ksu.edu. So to join me on Twitter and Instagram, at Sipasi that's Twitter and Instagram. So for Protect Ozone, Twitter and Instagram for Protect Ozone, Protect Ozone. So I want to see your likes. Then on Facebook, Sipasi Olalekan Ayodele. So I might likely not accept your friend request because I've gotten to my limit. So what other Twitter handle, what other thing do I want to share? So those are my links. Feel free to reach out. I think the ones I respond to better. Oh, LinkedIn. Yeah, just use my name, Sipasi Olalekan Ayodele. Please let's hang out and Mayokun, if I have these people on your list anytime I'm in the country, we can just have a get together. All the bills on me,
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right, we'll surely work towards that.
In person. Yeah. I wish we were having this in person, but
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for sharing, sir. And on behalf of Yali RLC Alumni Nigeria North Central Region, the team that has worked tirelessly to put this together, Benjamin Aaron, Stanley Agoha, and Matthias and Sandra, I want to say thank you so much for your time. And for our attendees and participants, we appreciate your staying with us, for joining this call and staying till the end. I know that if we say we should continue, many of us will not complain, but then let's try and keep to time. So we would be calling it a day. However, we have created some breakout rooms for you to join. So you'll be receiving an invitation into a breakout room now where you can meet other young leaders and have some discussions before you finally exit the Zoom call. So once again, thank you, Mr. Sipasi, and thank you all participants for joining to this event. This is Leadership Table, and we would be bringing this to you every Saturday, 4 p.m. WAT. My name is Mayokun Adeoti, and I'm the Regional Coordinator of the North Central Region of Yali RLC Alumni Nigeria. Once again, thank you, everybody. See you in the breakout rooms.